prized, and it's something that they definitely want to regularly do. In the case of the United Nations, we started working with the new UN Women Agency, and the new UN Women Agency is a big deal. Some people might know about it, but it's actually one of the first entities established in the UN that is wholly and completely devoted to women. And in the past, women have been very marginalized in the UN. And we recognized that they were going to have, a struggle in terms of being responsive to women around the world. So the team organized a writing campaign among the women on the ground around the world to give their advice and to give their testimonies to this new, powerful UN agency. And we channeled those letters, and we actually printed them out as well in hard copies. You can see the little profile faces of each woman and her story and her message. And had a big stack that I hand-delivered to the new director of UN Women. And I said, they're so big, do you need your assistant to carry these? And she's like, no, please give these to me. This is what, keeps me going. And then a few weeks later, we actually got an email from a woman from a refugee camp in Kenya, a Somalian woman in the largest refugee camp in the world, the Dadaab refugee camp. And she said that, I can't believe this, but just this last weekend, the director of UN Women, Michelle Bachelet, came to my camp. And she said that part of the reason why she came was because of the letters. And I raised my hand and I said, I wrote one of the letters through World Pulse. And she hugged me. And she told me that to keep going and that what I was doing was so important. And I showed her around the camp, and she sent out a big press release, Michelle Bachelet did, on the situation, which is very, very dire now. And I didn't have, nobody knew who I was. Most people don't even know where this refugee camp is, and I wrote a letter, and Michelle Bachelet, the director of the UN agency, came to my camp. So that's just showing you the power that not only can there be benefit to that individual woman who may never have been heard before, and never have been able to reach those kind of ears, but also at the high levels, like Michelle Bachelet, saying we want to hear these stories so we can be more responsive and we can go to where the issues are, and that we can be more accountable on the ground. So I think that's starting to change, but we've got a long ways to go in terms of getting to critical mass, to the World Bank, to the IMF, to Wall Street, and that's our eyes on the prize in terms of that. But I think there's a lot more sensitivity.